I think you're really gonna like. This deck is a ton of fun, but it is really hard. I'm gonna let you guys know. You might be thinking, oh, I want an easy deck. This is not an easy deck. This is Egg Warrior, and it is really it's a tempo sort of board deck, but it's not really. It seems like it's aggro, but it's not really aggro. So you don't have the same 1, 2, 3 power that something like Demon Hunter or Hunter have. What we're about doing is sort of abusing board and abusing different mechanics to do just really broken things in our defense, and then to have these huge swings with. Um, so that the general idea of this deck is you use board. So one of the big things we're doing is running Serpent Egg. Serpent Egg allows us is incredibly good for allowing us to get inner rage Bloodsworns, to get rampages, to get battle rages, um, and even to get armor with armor smiths and risky skippers. It just it's overstated, so your opponent always has to ask the question: do I need to? I've seen opponents kill it off in panic once they've played it in the wrong spots, because it can be very threatening. The fact that if it's turn 5 and you have an egg and all of a sudden you go inner rage rampage bloodsworn, but that's not really what you're doing most of the time with the deck. But and also, oh yeah, with the eggs, we're running Terran Gorefiend, um, and we can play the eggs and then play Terran Gorefiend, and then that goes. The, the eggs die going into the Terran because he battle cry, destroy all minions, death rattle, they all resummon. So when Terran dies, you get 2/1/4 eggs potentially, but you also immediately get the procs from the eggs. So because of that, and there's crazy stuff you can do. So because we have live wire lances, there's a common play like I've done many times is maybe you have a rush lackey, and you can do things like you get this Terran Gordon, rush it, like duplicate it, and then rush it in, and then get a giant board. There's just so much to do. There's so many plays with this deck that I can hardly start of listing them all. But the general idea, most games come do something like you're playing stuff, and then at some point your opponent does a lot of stuff, and then you go risky skipper, maybe kill their board and get a battle rage and get a bunch of value. You really risky skipper is the most important card in this deck. It is a card without any other card we could at least do some stuff. Without risky skipper, this deck's win rate goes to 0. Like knowing when you never play risky skipper on 1, it's incredibly valuable. And knowing when we need to use it to just do board clears versus when we use it to get value, because risky skipper allows us to reliably get battle rages off. You have 2 minions on board. We might have like 2 eggs. You might go Sky Raider, Risky Skipper, Sky Raider, because maybe you got 2 of those from Ankar, and then you go Battle Rage, and all of a sudden you have a full hand again. So you're constantly in this deck balancing between value and tempo and sort of trying to figure out. Maybe you have to play defensive versus maybe you have to play. Do I draw cards here if I'm playing a Demon Hunter and make sure I don't run out of value, or do I assure that I don't get lethal in a turn? It's a tough decision to make, and you have to always be. Not only to mention you have, there's some really cool stuff you can do with this deck. So we're running the Blood Boil Brutes, which I originally put to kill the 6/7, and then I found they're just insane. So one of the matchups that they're insanely good, and I will actually keep against is against the Spell Druid. So Spell Druid, they're commonly doing that 5-mana spell that summons all the 2/2 butterflies. Well, guess what you do? You go Risky Skipper and Sky Raider, and then let's say they have 5 butterflies. Well, all of a sudden all those have 1 damage, and then you get a free brute, and you can do that reliably, and then get a battle rage on top of it. It's insane. So there's this is really like the new Mogu for this deck, and it's better than Mogu in a lot of situations because it's a 6/8 instead of a 3/4. So a lot of this deck is really hard, but because you can't just if you think you're demon hunter, you can be okay. I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna go two. I'm gonna go three. I'm gonna go four. Hunter. And don't get me wrong. There's intricacies, but most plays are pretty simple. Where every play is like okay, like often, I'm not some of the games I'm not playing Sky Raider on one because I know I'm gonna need it for Risky Skipper. So some of these the mulligan, the basics of the mulligan, I say you keep your Sky Raider. You always usually keep two drops. So Imprison, Vile Fiend, Injured Tolver, Serpent Egg. Those are usually we're not playing a one drop. I'd say we have pretty much our only one drop of Sky Raider, and then we usually like keeping a weapon. Sometimes we'll keep Corsair Catch. The problem with like if you're like let's say you're on coin and you're against Demon Hunter and you have Corsair Catch and they go one drop, you go pass. They go something else, Corsair Catch. Then they do something else. It's already over. Like it's that's too slow. So Corsair Catch is not necessarily our ideal turn two play, but in a more slower matchup, the Corsair Catch can be really good. Like let's say we're going to need a lot of value, we can get an upgraded ink card, draw all of our pirates, use those pirates to get more draw. So knowing uh, kind of what your place in the matchup is really important. But yeah, we keep our two drops, and I like to keep. Usually if I have a live wire lance in a matchup where I know it'll be important, I'll often keep those. Um, I've experimented with keeping Terran, but I'd say usually don't. If you have like an egg though, I might keep him because especially ideal hand start, which I've had one time is you go coin egg into Terran, and that's GG. Like then they're usually not going to kill your eggs, rightfully so. So all of a sudden you have three 3/4s on four, and you have a 3/4 that when it dies, it's going to make you two 1/4s, then make you two 3/4s. It's the tempo can be insane from these eggs plus Terran. But yeah, so and so that's the general idea. This deck is complicated. We got a ton of games. We played. I'm going to show you guys some of the really cool ones that highlight just the power of this deck when played correctly. Um, it's just you can just do some amazing things. So here they are. Have fun, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Deathwing versus Illidan. This ends now. Come, embrace the chaos.
I'm gonna keep these. This hand we can go Serpent Egg on two. We'd love to get go Serpent Egg on two into Inner Rage Bloodsworn on three.
I grow impatient.
Is it cold in the shadows? Your flaws are your strength. Unleash foul!
Oh my god, this next turn is gonna be insane. No, they're trading it off. Never mind. Do this. This gives me a 2/2 egg and a 3/3. And I'd have a 3/4. This is more tempo. They're probably gonna go the upgraded demon guy next turn. So I think we do this. I think we don't trade. I was gonna trade, but I actually kind of want them to trade over here, because like if they go the 5-mana guy and they trade over the 3/4, that's the real natural play. They have a 4/1 damage, which helps our blow brute. So
Your flaws are your strengths.
All I see is weakness. We're with you. Must burn them all.
yeah, these blood boiled brutes are insane. That's the new update. We could go Inkar here, and the advantage of going Inkar, like Inkar coin blood, is then we can do. I think the safe play is just go brute right now. I think this is right.
Drink your blood. Eat thy black beast.
I also put one imprisoned vial fiend. I cut the what's the 2/4s. What are they called? The how did I forget their name? And if we got freaking Terror Gorefiend here, we'd be set. I'm pretty sure this is really good.
I will not be denied. Time to feast.
Yeah, Frothing always dies. I think if Frothing Berserker, I mean, we put this card in. I haven't lost the gate and then we also put it in. I put in a one imprisoned Vile Fiend, and I might be putting a second one in, but I haven't got enough information. But I've only drawn it like 2 games. One game I was so ahead that it didn't matter, but the other game I coined it out on 2, and then on 3 I bloodsworned it. No, I'm running 2 rampages. It says I don't know what it says one. Yeah, I haven't tested it out. Just my emotional instinct is I don't want that card, but it might be good. Just to like give you a huge heal later in the game. Yeah, I think we got him here.
Demons. Demons.
Demons, demons.
All I see is weakness.
How are they gonna not die here? Oh, they got a hit there. Wait, they're still dead, right? They dead.
I yield for now.
Yeah, so large taunts are hard, and you have to be really crafty. Blood Boil Brute is one way you can get back in the game against those.
Embrace
Ooh,
the chaos.
right, this hand's really good. But you have to be really creative. Sometimes you do risky skipper plays. Sometimes you do rampages with bloodsworns. There's you have to be really crafty. It's like every situation is different. We had a game against Priest where we almost like got through. Like we even like discovered a shield slam from an ethereal lackey and shield slammed down a big thing. So it's there's no like this is the way. You have to be creative, and it's that can be quite tough. Um, Okay, we have this, so I think I prefer curving out because the sooner we can get this Blood Boil Brute down, the better. Okay, punished. Do we want to go like potentially interraging and killing this next turn? Oh, it's Raz. Yeah, I mean, if you're a warrior, play this deck. This deck's really hard, but it's really rewarding. It's really rewarding, and it's really enjoyable. I think you all could say this is a lot of fun. So, but this deck, like I said, this deck is very my style. So, ooh, they're killing that. That's really frustrating, actually. All right, you guys all ready for this play?
Must burn them all.
I'll show you who's boss!
I've got more left in me.
Burn to play!
Drink your blood. Eat your blood.
You are not prepared.
By moon and spear!
This is actually kind of awkward. Good draw here.
Much
There we go.
rage. Take you with me. Time to be. I wonder. I will not be denied.
No, we could not trade the pirate there, Kaiser, because then this would not be discounted enough. Because we'd have one less damage minion on the board. So we had to go face with the pirate. Then a potential Galakron list? Yes, I do. It's Galakron, like without Town Crier is really struggling, because it doesn't have the consistent card draw. Where this consistently can get you massive card draw, and the Bloodsail Brutes are insane. So people have already. I've looked at all the Galakron lists; they all have like 42% win rates or something ridiculously bad. All right, I think we keep this and throw these away. What's the win rate with this deck? We started off with a very, but we're at about 55%. So, oh, what a great top deck. This is really good. Oh god, look at this is like the nuts, guys. If we win this game, dude, Demon Hunter's so disgusting. You see that? Like that's so disgusting. I'd say this is not if you're broke. Craft at your own risk. This deck is hard. This deck is new. This deck hasn't been tested by people. So, I'm not going to say, that Terran is not. I don't think so. I think it's too soon to nerf things. It's more. I liked the more heavy Demon Hunter style, and right now the tempo Demon Hunter style. So, full clear here. Could draw a lot here as well.
A conundrum.
Alright, I think we need to not die here.
I'll show you who's boss. Your flaws are your strength.
Okay. So, I don't know. I'd say try out Gamer RBG's list. I'd say cut my 7 mana 4/10. The 7 mana 4/10 was kind of teched in to beat like the 5 mana demon that's now 6 mana and 7 mana demon. But it's not really relevant anymore. So I'd say just another Albatross is good.
I grow impatient.
Well, I do like some Brazil. Oh yeah, most lists are running Overconfident Orc. Overconfident Orc is really good.
I will not be denied.
Alright, we'll go to the next song. Alright, let's see. What do this is awkward. this is awkward.
Must burn them all.
I'll show you who's
Made to fit.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
We could theoretically get double inner reach here.
So much.
Did not.
I will not be denied.
Alright guys, tell me if this is
Hide behind yourselves. I will still find you.
I don't know. Alright, let's go. We're in trouble, guys. But
I will not be denied. I will not be denied.
Born to fly!
I've got more left in me.
Your flaws are your strength.
hopefully we don't die here. Metamorphosis doesn't kill us here. They need to have like it's hard for them to kill us here. They just use their con. So
Now I am complete.
oh, they killed off their own units here, so we can't armor smith very easily here. Oh, whew, exact lethal, right? 17, 19.
For the war chief. I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me.
Punishment.
How do you like them apples? Song request is broken. Alright.
Deathwing versus Elise.
Class is in session.
Come, embrace the chaos.
Troll's gonna troll. Shoot Dex Hunter. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep this in case they have removal. I'm gonna go coin injured into Rampage here. A little risky play. I know. I thought he was trolling because he's just like, hey, why do a 2-mana 0/3 that becomes a better card, or we could just do 3 mana? I don't know.
I've got more left in me.
Imagine not deck taking. I know, right, Dex Hunter? That's unfortunate. Ooh, round 2.
I've got more left in me.
Son of a gun. We're in trouble, guys. We're in a lot of trouble here. Yeah. Dude, I mean, they're statistically much more likely to have that on 4 than Wild Growth. But all right, you guys ready? They're gonna go 5 mana spell card. Then we go risky armor smith. Alright, we're in trouble, guys. We're in a lot of trouble here. Dude, that's an excellent top deck.
I will not be denied.
Ooh, look at me. I'm the druid now. Alright. Maybe just do like a normal 5 mana spell here.
How curious.
Well, thanks bit by bit. Yeah, it's just this is why I'm sad that they nerfed, like they took away this kind of style from Priest in exchange for like summoning big minions and reviving them. Like that's what Priest is now. Where Priest had like Combo Priest was an insanely cool deck, but like people just are like ooh like because you guys as soon as this deck becomes overpowered, people are gonna be saying nerf Risky Skipper. Nerf Bloodsworn Mercenary. They're gonna be like just going crazy. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You guys ready for this?
I'll show you who's boss.
Honor made to fit.
Drink your blood. Eat your blood. So much rage.
I think I'd rather have this stay alive.
I will not be denied. Make haste. Find your balance. Setback.
We could have rushed this in and killed it, but I think just having this big minion's stronger here. Pawn Ninja Trader, thank you for the follow. Green glasses stupid. Are more optimal, less weight on your nose. Can't support Nectar, doesn't follow logic. Sorry. Was it 7? Yeah, it's all a whole bunch of it's weird. I think we got him here. Right, so we got this. Just need 3 things, right? Oh, I gotta do this play, guys. This play's too insane to turn down.
Your flaws are your strength. Victory is
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. Oh, that's great.